Hi everybody, I'd like to give you guys a quick tour of MyLab Math, which we'll be using throughout the semester. So to get to MyLab, what you're going to do is through Canvas, you'll click on the MyLab and Mastering tab on the left, and then you'll click this bright yellow box which says Open MyLab and Mastering. This will take you directly to our course, and look at the student view. So this is what it'll look like for you all. So on the home page, you'll see a calendar view, which will let you see some announcements or any due dates. And you'll notice if I switch them, you can see our orientation assignment that's due, and 1-1 through 1-5, which is due. So you can see some due dates. You can also see your overall grade in the course based on your MyLab assignments at the top. If you'd like to change your calendar view, you certainly can. You can just make it a today view, or you can change from 2 weeks to daily, weekly, or monthly. The next tab is the syllabus and exam information. This has a link to our syllabus, so you can download that to have that at home. There's also our midterm exam information, when our dates are for the midterm exam and when the dates are for the final exam. And I may be adding more information here as the semester goes. The next tab is the homework tab, which you guys will be using pretty frequently. So once you've started a homework assignment, once you've opened it for the first time, it'll actually put it as a 0 in the grade book, and then as you complete the exercises in the homework assignment, it'll improve your grade until you hopefully get a 100% on all of your homework assignments. So whenever you've completed a homework assignment, it won't show you your score. You'll have to click See Score to see how you've done on a homework assignment. But to do one, you just click on it. So I've already started 1.1, but I'm going to show you what it looks like. So you can see I've started 1.1, and the little check marks are the ones that I've done correctly so far. And I'm going to show you what it looks like to do the rest of the assignment. So if you want to do an assignment, you click on the question to start. You can start with question 1. Or in this case, I'm going to start with question 4. It'll open up in a separate tab. If it doesn't do this, you may need to allow the pop-ups on your computer. So for each one, you'll read the question up top, and then sometimes you're selecting an answer choice, sometimes you're typing in your answer. There are different types of questions throughout. But you'll also notice if you're having trouble with the question that there are helps at the bottom. There's Help Me Solve This, which will take you step by step through a problem that you're having trouble with. There's View an Example, which will show you a similar question that is already solved with an explanation for it. And there's also Get More Help, where you can either ask the instructor, which is emailing me directly from your question, so I can see the question that you're having trouble with. I can even see what you've already answered, if you already answered it once but it was wrong, or if it was right, and I can see what the correct answer was. So that's what that is. You can print your questions if you really want to, and then there's also a direct link to the textbook that relates to the problem that you're on. So those are the help features that are at the bottom of every problem. At the top, you'll also notice a little gear if you need any accessibility or the on-screen keyboard, or at the Help Center. That's where you view those. So once you find your question and you've answered it, I'm just going to guess an answer. You click Check Answer, and it'll let you know if it's correct or not. This one was incorrect, so I can click OK, and then I can try again. If I do it correctly, it'll give you a nice little positive remark like nice work, and prompt you to go to the next question. If you, for whatever reason, felt like, well, I got that question right, but I didn't fully understand, you can always use the arrow keys to go back to that previous question. And if you notice there's a similar question button at the bottom, you can actually click that and get a new question anytime you would like to practice a skill more. But you'll notice that the score is still 1 out of 1, even though I clicked for a similar question. And it's warning me about this. I'm going to save my best score. All right. And let's say that you have a question. Let's see, this one is write this in words. So it is, the correct answer is D, but I'm going to choose the wrong answer a couple times in a row just to show you guys what happens. So if I do the incorrect answer multiple times, it will let me know what the correct answer should have been, what my answer was, and then you get a choice to go to the next question or to try that question again. So if you want to try the question again, you click similar question, and then you can try it again. You'll notice right now I have a score of 0 out of 1 on this question because I get it wrong. But if I answer it correctly the next time, it says nice work. Now I have points for that problem. You can navigate around using the arrows up top or using the 3 bars right here. You can see an overview of the homework assignment, and then you can navigate around. So there's more than one way to do that. It will automatically save every time you check your answer. But if you would like to save in the middle of a problem, there is a save button up top. Whenever you're finished with the homework, you can just click the X, and you'll notice that it looks exactly like it was before down here. Okay, so that is what the homework looks like and how to navigate those. The next tab is your quizzes and exams. You'll have quizzes after each chapter. And I've already tried the chapter 1 quiz because I was testing things out earlier. And you'll notice that while we have 5 attempts, the first attempt is free, but the additional attempts, you have to have at least an 80% of all of your homework assignments for that chapter done. So there's a little flag here that lets me know that I cannot access those extra attempts yet because of all of these homework assignments that aren't complete yet. So if you want to do extra attempts, you just have to finish your homework first. But let me show you what a quiz looks like. So I'm going to open the Chapter 2 quiz for you. You guys have 60 minutes for every quiz, which is way more than the time that you actually need for it. But whenever you are ready, you can just click Start Test, and it will start your test for you. Okay? So what I'll do, it'll look like this. So I'll solve an equation. Let's see, it'd be negative 20 divided by 5 would be negative 4. And once you're done with the question, you just click Next. I'm going to do a couple for you. And I'm going to do a couple of them correctly and a couple of them incorrectly, just so you can see some things. Let's see this one. All right. So this is what it looks like to do a quiz. So I'm just doing a few incorrectly and a few correctly. You'll notice that I'm clicking the next button to go to the next problem. You can also click the 3 bars up here to navigate through the tests. It won't not show you if your questions are correct or not until you submit your quiz. You'll notice there's also a Resume Later button. If you get part of the way through your quiz and you need to stop your quiz and come back to it later, you do have that option, but you can only do it for questions that you haven't seen yet. So let's say that I finish this one, I don't know, I'm just guessing. Once I finish that question, I can click that Resume Later if you'd like to. So you'll notice that there's a warning. If you have to resume later, you cannot access previously viewed questions again. They're just worried that maybe you show those questions to somebody else to get additional help because these quizzes should be individually and independently worked on. You shouldn't be getting help from anybody else to do these. So it's giving me a warning, and I'm not going to do that yet. I'm going to go ahead and submit it early, and it's going to freak out a little bit, like all caps, "You have not completed your assignment." I'm aware. I'm going to go ahead and submit it so that you guys can see some things. So as soon as you submit your quiz, this is what it looks like. So you'll notice that question 1 and question 2 are correct. Question 3 and question 4 were I guessed, those were incorrect. And then all of these 5 through 12 have little X's with parentheses around them. Those were questions that I did not answer. And then you can actually review your test. So let's say that I want to know how to do question 3 correctly. I'm going to click on it. And what it'll show you is the correct answer right here, and if I click on it, it will let me know what I answered. So I answered -2, but the correct answer was +2. And you can go around too. So in question 4, the correct answer was 5, and I guessed 16. So that's what it looks like to review your quiz. It also let me know my overall score, and I only got 2 out of 12 correct. Didn't do very well, but that's okay. So that's what the quizzes look like. Your exams will also be here. You'll notice there's midterm exam. The exams have little diamonds on them. If you scroll down, there's a section called sample tests and quizzes. These do not count for or against your grade at all. So if you ever want extra practice, they will not affect your grade. So don't do these and think that they are the chapter 1 quiz or the chapter 2 quiz. These are practice, and that's it. But if you would like extra practice throughout the course, these are available to you. So that is the quizzes and tests tab. The next one is your gradebook tab. So the gradebook tab will let you know all of your grades in MyMath. So right here up top in the circle, it shows you your overall class grade. If you click the show calculation button, it will let you know your category averages, how you're doing on homework, quizzes, and tests, and show you the points earned there, which is a really good place to start if you're ever confused as to why your grade is the way it is. It's a really good starting place. If you scroll down, you'll see all of your individual assignments. You can see the things that I've started so far. Its default is the past 2 weeks, but you can change that to the past month or the entire course to date. You can also change from all assignments to just the homeworks, the quizzes, or the tests, or any offline assignments that I add. If you want to review things after you've taken them, so let's say that you wanted to review your quiz later, you'll notice in the gradebook tab, there's a link that says review, and you can review your quiz. The next tab is the multimedia library. In Canvas will be all of your lecture videos for the course. These are extra resources for you. So first off, under the chapters, everything that starts with a P is in pre-algebra. So if you want to select one of those, you can. So here's chapter 1 from the pre-algebra textbook. And you can either do all sections or select a specific one and see what all is available. So I'm just going to select all media types and show you what's available for section 1.1. So there are test prep videos if you would like them. You can view your online textbook right here. There's also section video lectures where it breaks it down actually into smaller objectives. And so you're not watching a large video, you're just watching the part that you need. Sometimes they have activities and little HTMLs. This time also has a quick review video. These are generally like 2 or 3 minute, they're very fast reviews if you just need to brush up on something, versus the section video lectures are a little more in depth. Next tab over is if you just want to go straight to the e-text, you can. You can go by chapter. So here's chapter 1. You can start with section 1.1 and click read the e-text, and it'll pop up in a separate tab for you. And so that's one way that you can access your textbook. You can either go through the multimedia library or straight to that pre-algebra e-text tab. The last tab you guys will have is student success, and these are extra resources for you all. So there's about growth mindset, there's several videos about that. There's also study skills, there's activities and videos that will help you guys with time management or stress management up through note-taking. Or you can also do college success, where you can learn about different majors, careers, or writing a resume. Or maybe you want to look at online learning and help you learn about how to learn online well. So these are all of the tabs and hopefully how to navigate through our MyLab Math course. As always, if you have any questions along the way, please let me know. Hopefully we are in for a great semester together.